Hey all, it's me again. So, before I told you that I was a bit chaotic, remember? And that's because I have ADD or ADHD, whichever one you prefer. I don't mind myself. I don't think the H is that pronounced with what I have, but I notice that it is there sometimes. When I'm all happy and cheery, I talk too much and I tend to trip over my own words. Or when I'm a bit impulsive sometimes, and that's all part of it. So call it ADD, call it ADHD. I don't really care. Anyway, what else got on to talk to you about is the most extraordinary thing happened the other day, and I thought it was pretty funny and also pretty stupid at the same time. Actually, I had two things happen. I'll tell you about both because this is going to be my first ADD video. So let's have some fun with that. First one is I know I have ADD since I was about 20, 19, 20, something like that. I realized that there were certain patterns in my life that weren't going as I liked them to go. And I realized, that's a pattern that I need to pinpoint that. I need to figure out what it is that is causing that. And I found ADD and I thought, shit, that's me. I can work with that now. That's a description of all the shit I'm bumping into. And knowing that means that I can do something with it, means that I can start to recognize it and all that. So I worked on that for a while. I got the diagnosis and all of that, and used medication for 1 year. I didn't like it very much, but it helped me get some insight. It helped me create some room in my head to figure out what my obstacles were and how I could deal with them, and in some cases how I could prevent them. And in some cases, just how to work with them, making them make them a bit more fun and a bit more entertaining, and also how to enjoy the good sides of it. Oh, just the creativity, the weirdness, the sense of humor, the empathy, the open minds that most of us have, all that's lovely. So I kind of like having ADD myself. Not always, mind you, but most of the times. But yeah, so I learned to deal with that, and I figured, okay, so now I know how to deal with it, so I just put it to the side there, because I know how to do this now, right? So I didn't pay attention to it. And then a year ago, my job didn't go very well. I work in social psychiatry, and I help people through their day, and it's lovely, but it's sometimes I tend to forget things, or I can be a little too active. When I'm not comfortable, I get more active. And people find that annoying. Or I can jump into a conversation that I had absolutely nothing to do with, and that pisses people off. And I had no idea. And then I realized at some point, like, Jesus, I'm having an issue. And it's not just because I'm a little insecure at times, but it's something more than that. But what is it? What could it possibly be? And I listened to this audiobook, right, that I have on my iPod for a very long time. And it's about ADD. Actually, it's called Driven to Distraction by Edward Hallowell, who has ADD himself and who is a psychiatrist and all that. And if you have ADD or you know someone with ADD, please go read it because it is so descriptive and it's so accurate. But so yeah, I found my way onto that audiobook again, and I listened to it. And I thought, oh yeah, all that, I bump into all that all the time, And every single ADD aspect I could relate back to my issues at work. So I found out that after about 10 years of learning to deal with ADD, I had completely missed the simple fact that what I'm bumping into is actually ADD stuff that I've dealt with in the past. Part of my mind had decided to just forget about the ADD. I tell people all the time I have ADD. I'm going to be a little bit chaotic and all that. But I forgot that the issues I have right now are ADD related. And I've dealt with them before. So I'm just saying, like, how could I possibly forget? How could I not notice that is what that is? I've done this before. So that means I can do it again, which is lovely. But it just seems so stupid to not even realize that what you bump into is the one thing you've been dealing with for the past 10 years consciously. So I thought it was pretty funny myself. And so that's one thing. And then yesterday, no, it was the day before, I went to my parents' place because they went to the person who does the taxes for us, And my father was going there, and I knew that. So I called him up and I said, listen, shall I bring all my tax return things to you today so that you can take them? He said, yeah, sure, come along. And while you're at it, you wanna grab a bite to eat because we're having dinner with a friend, and you can join us if you like. So I'm like, yeah, awesome. Let's do it. Let's have some fun because my family just lives up the road, and I just love it there. I have a great relationship with my parents, and so I'm always up for a little chat and some fun and some family time. So I go there and I'm thinking, I have to print some stuff out from the bank and all that, and I'm getting it all together, and I put my laptop in the printer and I put it back here and on the table, and I re-plug it, and so I go off and I close my balcony window and I close up everything that needs to be closed up, so I've got everything ready, and I'm stepping out the door and I'm walking to my parents' house. I open the door to my parents' house. I take my clothes off, and in the midst of doing that, I realize I came here for a reason. I came here to bring my tax stuff. And the one thing I did not bring is my tax stuff. So as I enter the house, I'm saying hi and bye at the same time. And thankfully, of course they're laughing, and I'm laughing because it's just so stupid. And they're saying well, okay, so we'll just pretend that you never came in. Yeah, fair enough, let's do that. So I walk back, and thankfully it's a lovely day and only a 5-minute walk, but I just realized at that point, that is so ADD-ish, to go to someone's place to do a certain thing and get completely distracted by having dinner and locking everything up and everything like that. And forget to take the one thing you were going for. So yeah, that's, if anyone ever wonders what ADD is, that is a perfect example. And if anyone ever wonders, is it annoying to do stuff like that? No, not if you have a sense of humor, not if you can laugh about it. If you don't know what it is the most frustrating thing in the world. But if you're okay with it, if you can laugh at yourself and laugh at stuff like this, then no, it's not frustrating. It's funny as hell. And it's funny to forget that you have ADD when you tell people all the time that you have ADD. And it's funny to forget your tax stuff when you're going to go somewhere to actually hand in your tax stuff. That to me is hilarious. I love it. It can be tiring sometimes, yes, it can be. But it is also just so funny. You have to love life, you have to laugh at life and just enjoy yourself, Don't take it too serious. Whatever you do, do not take life too serious. It's too humorous for it. So yeah, that's my first ADD post, and I hope you enjoy it. I know I enjoy talking about it. I know I talk way too much, but you know what? I have ADHD, so deal with it. All right, see ya. Bye.